And welcome back to the Wrestling Waffle. Today is the weekly waffle, which we said was going to be weekly. We didn't do one last week, so it's the fortnightly waffle. But it's back
I
in
think,
a sense.
yeah, it's back in a set. The last one was, well, as we're recording this, was 2 weeks ago. So
But there wasn't really much to talk about because everything was more mania based, wasn't there? So
yeah,
it was
yeah.
hard to make weekly waffle stuff. So we brought it back. Well, not brought it back. It's like a second return. Um, but yeah, we've got Luke's got a rundown of things we want to go through, but I think we'll start with the whole Rollins and Breaker stuff on Raw. Obviously, the tag team match got announced for Saturday night's main event, but it's a 3-on-2. So, who do you think the third man is? Well, no, the tag isn't a 3-on-2. The picture's obviously with Jay, Sammy, and Punk, and then just Rollins and Breaker. So, who's the third man
Um,
in that faction?
I don't know if I'm honest.
Neither. It's
Uh,
a. It's,
the man I'm leaning towards is Sami
yeah.
Zayn.
I I saw the picture and immediately saw him with the chair and
Yep,
thought, "There's always a plan B."
yep. That's the exact
When I
same.
was
That's the
watching Raw, I was
same one
like,
I
"There's
saw.
there's always a plan B," and I was like, "Hmm." And then I saw it on Twitter, and I was like, "Okay, this could be something here."
Yeah,
But
maybe Sammy turns on Punk at Saturday night's main event. Who knows? I hope he doesn't.
who knows?
I hope he doesn't.
Poor Punk's gonna have trust issues for
Yeah,
years.
he is, isn't it? The one thing, though, I will
Poor
say,
Punk. Maybe Punk turns.
oh, you're right. No, but yeah, I think yeah, you are on something that there's definitely going to be a third man for Seth and Breaker because it does look like they're going to probably do Punk, Sammy, and Jay versus Seth, Braun, and someone else. I'd imagine who that is.
Yeah,
I don't really know. Maybe it's John Cena, and that's how we get Cena and Punk. But other
I'm
than
here
that.
for it.
Yeah, other than that, I'm not really too
Does
sure.
that happen at Money in the Bank?
I'd rather it happen at SummerSlam, you know. I know for old
Yeah, no,
time's
that's fair.
sake, it's for Money in the
No, I mean
Bank,
the tag,
but
the six man tag,
oh yeah, 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 yeah,
the
yeah,
six
Money in
man
the
tag for Money
Bank.
in the Bank.
Yeah, yeah, probably. And then you do Punk and Cena at SummerSlam because it could be a thing where it takes a while for Cody to get back to Cena.
Yeah,
Uh, Obviously build himself
if he
back
ever
up.
gets back to Cena.
I
You
think
never know
it's
with WWE nowadays.
yeah, you never know. Um, but
But
I
yeah,
think
no,
it's
I know what you
it's
mean.
obvious. Yeah, it's obvious.
I know what you
Um,
mean. Got to play devil's advocate there.
yeah, yeah, true.
But yeah,
But
no, I
yeah,
think I don't know. It's just obviously there's going to be someone, but who it is actually quite interesting. Like I thought
yeah.
it'd be Austin Theory. I was
So
adamant it
did
was going to
I.
be Austin Theory, but that's not looking likely now. Maybe it's Grayson Waller.
Maybe,
Maybe
maybe.
it's Grayson Waller.
Well, then what does Theory do?
But fuck all.
Well, they're doing nothing
Really,
anyway, so nothing
they do it.
changes.
But nothing's actually changed for him. But
Yeah,
yeah, as we're on Raw, I thought it was weird that Gunther's announced he's having a world title shot the Raw after Money in the Bank, not at Money in the Bank,
yeah. I think it's weird. I really do.
which makes me think cash in the night
Yeah,
after Money in the Bank, which is a weird way to do it because everyone's going to think cash in after Money in the Bank.
yeah.
Do you know what I
Cash
mean?
in, or because this is the build to SummerSlam, maybe Goldberg costs Gunther,
Yeah,
and
you
that's how we
could. That
get
would be so
Goldberg
much better
Gunther.
at Money in the Bank.
I know,
That would
because
be
then
so much better at the big show.
there's a genuine talking point,
Yeah,
other than obviously the Money in the Bank winners. But yeah,
yeah. I thought that was just weird that it was on the Raw after,
yeah.
but
I don't like it. I don't like how they're kind of like forcing this kind of. They're probably going to try and say, "Oh, this epic rivalry between Gunther and Jay," where it's just not.
mhm.
It's just
It never
really
was epic.
forced. No.
It started off right with Gunther destroying him, and you're getting that little bit of faint hope for Jay, but then Gunther destroying him, and then went really weird after Royal Rumble,
Yeah.
and then the Mania was just a bit odd, and
Hmm.
now this whole Gunther Pat McAfee stuff. Poor guy, Gunther.
Yeah, I don't like the way he's being
Is
used
it?
at the minute.
No, deserves better.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Yeah.
We will move
What
on.
have you got next?
Ooh, yeah, we're talking about PLEs. We'll talk about this one. This kind of fact. I think it was from Reddit, but it says 33 out of 70, which is 47.1% of main roster PLE matches since Backlash 2024 have had some kind of interference, running, ref bump, or an object usage.
It's
I
it's
don't
getting a
like
bit
it.
samey, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah,
and I
it's a bit like
think,
when are we gonna get a proper match?
yeah, and I think Backlash, the one just gone, was a prime example of it. 4 out of 5 of the matches on the show having some kind of interference or ref bump or whatever. It just
Hmm.
gets too much. It really does.
Yeah,
There's no need to do it all the time, you know.
it's good when it's done well, not every match.
Yeah, because you just get sick of it, if I'm honest.
Hmm.
There's some matches where
Every match has become a Bloodline rules match.
pretty much, and that's where it all started. That's where it all
Yeah,
started. Um, but yeah, it doesn't really help. I like some matches to be, here's the winner, here's the loser, rather than we've got to make him look strong at least. Let's have him
yeah,
take a low blow and a finisher and whatever. I like some, I like him to keep it fresh sometimes.
yeah. Maybe we'll get that night's main event. It's a shame no one will watch it.
Yeah, true. There's not, mate. Logan's obviously gonna cheat.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Exactly. So there's one already.
But he'll lose. So how does he cheat and lose?
Um, Probably the way he lost to
How can
Cody.
you cheat? You still, yeah, good point. Still, you cheat and lose is bad.
Yeah.
But what's even the point of the interference at that point?
Yeah, true.
Is it going to be that Jeff geezer
Hmm.
every so often?
Yeah, manager Jeff.
Yeah. Oh well.
Whatever. Yeah. But anyway,
What have you got? Go on then.
next up.
You've got the rest of it now, haven't you?
Yeah, I think I've got the rest of it. We'll do. Should we do? We'll stick with WWE for the time being, and then we'll move on to the AEW bit. Another one is The Miz is set to host Amazon Prime Video's upcoming reboot of American
Ooh.
Gladiators. I think you'd be quite happy with that.
No, because he goes off TV.
I don't think he
He's on
does.
TV, but he goes off TV. Oh, okay.
I
Well, he
think,
doesn't do anything anyway,
yeah.
other than his Carmelo Hayes stuff at the moment, which is just weird.
I thought you would have been quite happy with that one, but
Yeah, I mean, no, I mean, good for him. He's he's getting his money up, but I'd rather him be WWE champion.
okay.
Have him
No,
beat Cena.
moving on.
Have him beat Cena. Have him beat Cena.
Moving on.
Okay,
Moving on. Moving on.
boring,
I'm not having this for the next 5 minutes.
boring, boring, boring.
But yeah, moving on to the last. It's not really the last thing about WWE, but because the next one ties into it as well. But TNA and AAA Lucha Libre confirmed that several top TNA talent will be a part of AAA's Triple Mania Regia on June 15th at Arena Monterrey. I think I said that right. Triple
Yep,
Mania is basically AAA's WrestleMania for those who don't know.
yep.
Joe Hendry, Moose, and Nick Nemeth and Ryan Nemeth will perform that night. WWE, TNA, and AAA wrestlers will all be on the same event. Pretty cool.
Very cool. Very cool.
I'm not really an
Was
avid AAA watcher, so
no, wasn't Ziggler? Oh, sorry, Nemeth, Triple A champion, or was it?
yes, he was.
He was Triple A world
He
champion, wasn't
was. think he lost it to Alberto Del Rio. So
Oh,
bringing back the old times, you
speaking.
know.
Yeah, no, fair.
I
Um,
mean,
what was I going to say there? Something about Triple A. Oh yeah, have you seen the video for Worlds Collide?
I don't think no, no.
They put a video out. It was on Evolve, and I think I saw it on Twitter earlier. And they like teased who was going to be on it, and I saw Vikingo, and I got really excited.
Yeah, Vikingo's going to be on it. Of course he is.
Yeah, I know, but I just got excited. But no, that could be quite good, I think,
Yeah, yeah,
for Worlds Collide.
definitely. Yeah,
But
I probably won't stay up and watch it, but I'll give it a watch. If there's any, depends what
mm,
matches they put on. To be fair, they put on some decent ones. I might give it a go.
but yeah,
But yeah,
I think the AAA thing is only going to help TN as well.
yeah, it helps all
No,
parties.
yeah, that's what I was going to say. It helps everyone, not just TNA. But
Yeah,
yeah, I think it's a good thing for everyone.
yeah, should be decent. But we will move on to something that's I think's quite petty. You know what I'm
Go
about
on.
to mention. WWE is looking at the weekend of July 12th in Atlanta for Evolution 2, timed with a Saturday night main event taping on the same weekend. As we know, that's all well and good. But what else is on July 12th? All in Texas.
There we go.
So
I'll
I'm
let
just
you
there
take this
like,
one.
yeah, I'm just there like, you could have just put it on the week before or the week after, you know? You don't have to do it at the same time as All In. In my opinion, it's a bit petty.
It is,
Obviously,
but
everyone's got their own separate opinions on each company, but I do think it's a bit petty.
it is petty. But I think it's a power move.
Yeah, it definitely is. I've got nothing against it, but I do
Mhm.
think it's petty.
Yeah, it's a very Vince move, isn't it?
Yeah, but
It's a very Vince move.
at the same time, I can just imagine Triple H just grinning from ear to ear. It's just like, yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that.
The hatred. I really think we should just do an episode where I go, Luke, rant, and you just go off on Triple H and everything, and just see what comes of it. Because I think that could be a very long, long episode.
I mean, if people want to see it, I don't mind it. I like Triple H. Don't get me wrong. I just think his booking can just suck sometimes,
Yeah,
which I think has been pretty evident over the
it,
past couple of months. So
yeah. Well, we'll see at Money in the Bank because he hasn't really done that right yet, has he?
no, definitely not. But
But
could this be the time where an AEW pay-per-view outdraws a WWE one?
maybe,
Maybe.
maybe there's
I
a
know
good
what
chance.
yeah, there's a good chance. I know what I'll be watching, but yeah.
Yeah, you'll be watching Evolution. No, you won't be watching Evolution. No.
That silence was deafening in Memphis. I will be watching All In. Watch All In.
Me too. Yeah, we're not sponsored by them.
I don't care. I don't care. Sponsor us, please.
um,
Can we can we get Kenny Omega on the pod?
just in the middle of the ring.
Yeah,
just
we
laughing
would get
faces.
we would get sponsored. Tony Khan will bring us out, and then he'd be like the wrestling waffle, and then we get absolutely no pop, and then
Everyone like who? Then
yeah,
he
yeah,
announces we're in charge, and as our first part in charge, I'm signing the Miz. Sorry.
yeah. Then everyone just boos you, and then no one watches AEW anymore.
Yeah, there we go. Perfect.
Okay,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
but yeah, we'll move on to the last kind of thing. We mentioned Kenny Omega. He's come out and said on an interview about the possible future of wrestling in WWE, which I think is quite funny. He said, "I think we're headed on a path where it's like a couple of WrestleManias down the road. The main event is going to be Logan Paul versus Mr. Beast. What is the rest? What is the wrestling acumen? How many miles have they put into it? It's does it matter?" He could be onto something.
He has a point.
He does.
There needs to, I understand the whole social media likes and clicks and stuff like that, and the views are good, but there needs to be a line between that and then actually the rest of this. It's not just being a YouTuber.
Yeah, I fully agree. Um, I think
Now
some,
that's not me saying Logan's bad because I think he's quite good in the ring, but there's other people that have earned that more than Logan has.
yeah,
Earned these spots more than Logan has.
yeah. But he does say a good point. I mean, a lot of people have took it out of context. Um, I think him saying, "Oh, there's no way Mr. Beast and Logan Paul's gonna be a WrestleMania main event," but you know, the amount of clicks it gets, it could probably be a WrestleMania match itself. You know,
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
uh, obviously he loved Sami Zayn versus Johnny Knoxville, and I think that's one of the times where a celebrity match has been done right.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Because
That was good.
I love that match. It's a great match,
That match was very good.
really enjoyable. Um, but yeah, I think his message kind of is just that people just because people are celebrities or influencers, they have no business being in the huge spots that
Yeah,
they're in just because of their status. You know, people
yeah,
who've worked hard deserve that more.
yeah.
So
They can have. I can like the main event of a PLE is too much for Logan Paul. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, I agree.
He shouldn't. He shouldn't be main eventing anything. He should be. I think he's good enough to be on them, but he hasn't earned the main event to an extent.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Well, I mean, we know why he's on them.
Yeah, no, we do know why he's on them, and it's like I said for clicks, but there needs to be that line, like I said,
Yeah,
where yeah,
yeah, yeah. I agree. I agree what Kenny's had to say because with the amount of influence that has been on these shows, like Travis Scott, for example. You know, you got people
yeah,
like
that
that.
was bad.
Just that was
I
really
don't think
bad.
that's as bad if The Rock comes.
Yeah, we've
I don't think
mentioned it
that's
in
as
here.
bad if The Rock comes.
It's
But
just it was terrible. But yeah,
no, it wasn't great.
I think that's it for
I was gonna
everything.
bring no, I was gonna bring
Oh,
something else up.
one more thing.
Oh,
Or two
oh,
more things.
so two more things. Do you want to go first or me to go first? I'll
I'll
go
go
first.
first
I'll
because
go
it's
first.
AEW related.
Oh, okay.
It's just the
Okay.
Forbidden Door ticket sales. That's all it
Ticket
is.
sales, yes.
Yeah, it does look like it's going to sell out, which is a good thing. Obviously, we're going. We mentioned it on our Forbidden Door video that will either be up or not by the time this comes out. It should probably be. Um, but yeah, it's on a as of 6 days ago, pretty much a week ago. It's on a nearly 12,000 tickets distributed, and there's still over 100 days before the show, so it's looking like it's going to be a sellout, which will be so good. Obviously, if you're watching this and you haven't watched our Forbidden Door matches that we would like to see, or matches that, you know, other people may want to see, check that out. But yeah, it's looking good.
Yeah. I'm quite excited for it, actually.
Yeah, I am as well.
I'm quite excited.
Knowing
Yeah.
you're going, it makes it more exciting.
Yeah, for sure. For
Yeah.
sure.
But yeah,
Looks
moving
like
on
it.
to the last
Oh,
thing.
so this man has had a sudden rise in t-shirt sales and
Oh,
his popularity within WWE. And I messaged you this, I think it was yesterday or the day before, and I wanted to talk about it here. Karrion Cross for a Royal Rumble win in 2026. What we saying? You said no, too
I
soon.
said no. I
I think he's got
think
a great chance at Money in the Bank. Just gonna say.
depends if he's in it.
Yeah, obviously it depends if he's in it. And if he has a match, then obviously I think if he gets into it, I think he's got a good chance. But I think the Royal Rumble could be perfect. It gives them time to build him up. Everyone's loving him at the moment, rightfully so, finally.
Yeah.
So I think this is the chance now.
The thing is, I wouldn't say it's too soon. It's not at all too soon because he is really good. I do like Karrion Cross, but it's the fact that they don't use him to the
Exactly.
extent that he should be. So why would they give him that spot? You know what I mean?
Because of his t-shirt sales.
I know, but surely that sends the message that people like kind of like our Wyatt Six video. People want to see him, so let us
Hmm.
see him instead of doing
Yeah, true.
promos on the commercial break.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. No, I agree.
I just think, oh, I think, yeah. But as for a Money in the Bank win, I think he could be on the show. Don't get me wrong, but I think it'd be kind of like a thing they did with LA Knight the other year, where he gets really close to winning it.
Wow, it's funny you say LA Knight because at the moment he's my prediction to win
Oh
it.
yeah, he's mine as well.
He's my prediction to win it. It's funny. I was literally just about to say I think it should be LA Knight this year, but the
Yeah,
way it's
it
going, it
should.
could be carrying Cross. I think he's got a good chance,
Yeah, but
but
we all said that about LA Knight like 2 years ago when he should
yeah,
have won
no.
it there, and then Priest won it. But I think it's LA
I think
Knight's
everyone
year.
will be gassed for LA Knight,
Yeah, yeah.
where they weren't
Um,
for Priest.
no, literally no one was. I know some people like Priest, but at the time I was
I
just
like
like,
Priest. At the
yeah,
time, I was like, it's LA Knight's time.
yeah, it's LA.
The
It was
time
his
is now,
time. But
but
good things come to those who wait, and Jey
and he's
Uso
waited.
had to wait like
Did he? Not as
not
long
a
as
very
LA
long
Knight has.
time.
No, he didn't have to wait at all, did he?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, I mean he's pretty much a Grand Slam champion now, so
Yeah, it's a good point actually. I
he's
didn't think
pretty
about
much a
that.
Grand Slam champion. So he's not really had to wait for
Yeah,
anything. Whereas
no.
LA Knight has had to wait.
But
But as for a
an LA
Rumble
Knight
win,
cashed it on Jay after Money in the Bank.
just inject it into my veins, please. But yeah, as for a Rumble win, I think it's Sammy this year. At the moment, I think it's Sammy.
Okay,
Sammy or
that's fair.
Punk
That's
for
fair.
the Rumble is my predictions. Early predictions, but yeah.
Ooh, Punk. Maybe we could do a video like that.
We
Early,
could.
way too early predictions for the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. I mean, it won't be very long because it's two matches, but
Yeah, but like we could talk about who we could give like a list of five we think have a good chance and then go through.
okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's all right.
Yeah, something we could do. But yeah,
That is
just wanted
everything,
to bring
isn't
that
it?
up about carrying cross. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was the weekly waffle. We've waffled for the what's happened in the week. Remember, follow the Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, which actually Instagram and but we'll definitely follow the TikTok because that'll be more active
Yeah.
than the other ones.
The CM Punk post got a
Like
bit of love.
yeah, that
So
was good. I like that. Well done to you. Well done to you. Um, yeah, like, subscribe, comment if you've got anything you want us to talk about, and yeah, see you in the next one.
yeah, see you in the next one.